Wait a minute. Sakura's single? What's going on here? Naruto, Sasuke's story, the Uchiha and the Heavenly Stardust, Chapter 2 is here, and people, it is going down in a major way. This chapter, yet again, I gotta be honest with you, is another testament as to the capabilities of what can be done when you put the proper team behind a story, or when you got the proper concept behind it for that matter. Because, fam, off rip, I can tell you that the art, yet again, in this second chapter was straight up and down fuego, especially considering it's bi-weekly. These chapters drop every 14 days, and they are slapping heavy with the art. I mean, there's so many different panels, like that close-up of Zanzo's eye, Sasuke in so many different panels. Yo, dog, they had Sakura looking like a sex symbol in this chapter. Like, need I say more? Now, to throw some pushback to that, I will say that at the end of the day, this Sasuke manga probably has been in preparation for a decent amount of time, so they probably had a little bit more legwork to work on certain chapters, opposed to like Boruto, where it's pretty much from month to month. They might have maybe one chapter in the tuck, two at most, whatever, but from month to month, they are working on each and every chapter, so it's not the most fair to compare. However, I will say this, the fact that this Sasuke story that's based on the novel doesn't have any visual reference, right? Like, it's not that you could pinpoint, like, boom, this is how it's supposed to be drawn. The Boruto manga has storyboards that give them an idea of how things are gonna look, so there's a little bit more of a process with Boruto opposed to Sasuke, but I still gotta stress that this manga right now is looking amazing. It feels like the real Sasuke, and y'all know what I'm talking about. This doesn't feel like I'm drained of chakra. This doesn't feel like I'm a bumbling idiot. This doesn't feel like I'm talking too much. This feels like Sasuke from the Naruto series that we've come to know, and I don't know if you'd say love because it's so simple, some of these features I'm discussing, but this is Sasuke. Like, dog, he's using his actual ocular powers the proper way, trying to use genjutsu, trying to use and maneuver through certain things strategically. This is Sasuke. Because the chapter picks up from where the last one left off, with basically seeing that dinosaur, Menno, that basically ate up and destroyed that one prisoner that tried to escape in the last chapter, and it's kind of crazy to say this, that we have dinosaur battles in Naruto. Like, what is the world coming to? But at the end of the day, it doesn't feel so obscene to the point of me saying like, oh my god, it's ruining it, because it's actually making it even more badass, especially considering we're seeing Sasuke throwing down, and these are some really dope fights with a freaking dinosaur. But shortly thereafter, we see Zanzo. He finds out that, hey, somebody was trying to escape, and here's the ramifications, dog. You sure you want to go through it? There might not be no dessert for you if you even try and think of something like that. However, we get introduced to one of these prisoners that is essentially Sasuke's cellmate. I believe his name is Gigi. Is it Gigi? You forget already. The name's Gigi. So my guy Gigi pretty much basically opens the door for Beyonce to start singing, "If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it." Because essentially he bruises his hand and says, well, thankfully there's this really freaking hot nurse that's in charge now that just got transferred into the infirmary. I can't wait to see her. She's actually single as well. To which Sasuke was like, "Nani sore? What's going on here?" And it makes me think that, okay, if that is indeed Sakura, then Sasuke already knows about this, and she's coming in as part of their operation, whether it be intentional or whether it be that Sakura was like, you can try and do this whole prison mission by yourself, but I'm gonna be there, fam. I'm gonna leave Sarada by herself to raise herself while I'm away, but yeah, I'm gonna be there. Because that's clearly Sakura at the end of the day. But I love Sasuke's reaction. One of the first things is like, what makes you think she's single, bro? Like, yo, you don't know. I'll tear it all up right here, right now, dog. Say word, say word. Who's single here again? Tell me who's single. Okay, it wasn't exactly like that, but he immediately questions, what makes you think she's single, dog? To which Gigi responds and basically explains that in our region over here, if you have a ring on your ring finger, basically, you know, Konoha doesn't have rings or whatever, pretty much that means that you're married, you're engaged, you have somebody that you're together with. But because she doesn't have that, they assume that she's single, and Sasuke gonna light motherfuckers up. Don't play, dog. He'll put you in a genjutsu where you think you single for. He'll put you in the forever alone genjutsu, dog. Stop playing. Also love how any guards that walk by Sasuke are scared, because they know that Sasuke gave that beat down in the last chapter, so they're not fooled. They're like, this guy ain't an average Joe. We can't play with this one. So even the guards are scared of Sasuke up in prison, dog. It's like the warden is there shaking like, oh, well, maybe not Zanzo because the dude is a little bit of a nut job, but the other ones, the regular other dudes, they're scared. It's kind of crazy, dog. You even got gambling in this manga. Like, what is going on here? You got Sasuke gambling, and very appropriately placed. I don't care what anyone says, that was perfect. That when he's gambling, shooting dice or whatever, he immediately rolls snake eyes. Now, of course, that's gonna, first of all, make it like, yo, so Sasuke essentially can cheat when he's gambling, but also the whole thing of him being a part of, you know, Orochimaru's crew at one given point, the heavy, everything entailing, like, you know, his whole summoning monster and shit like that. Yeah, the whole snake situation fits so well that immediately he is gonna roll snake eyes. So nice little tidbit there, nice little extra piece that they added to just add all into Sasuke's lore, because again, this is Sasuke's story, and snakes and all of that stuff is a part of who Sasuke is. Not to mention the fact that, again, whenever Sasuke wanted to, he pretty much could be a trillionaire because he's able to make a freaking diamond come out of the earth and shit like that. I was just here puzzled, like, dog, how is he doing? Like, Sasuke, this Sasuke, the real Sasuke, the one that is competent and capable of doing all these crazy feats while in a freaking prison cell, this is the Sasuke I miss, dog. Like, he's gambling, he's there going up against dinosaurs, making freaking gems. Like, where's this guy at? Well, I guess he's stuck in this prison story, right? However, part of the gambling was a bet that Sasuke made with his said peers that basically, hey, if I catch it, if I win in this little dice game, you gotta do a single favor for me. And I was just there thinking, like, Sasuke, where are we going with this? Like, what type of favors we looking at here, dog? Do you realize the setting? I'm just saying, like, I was kind of a little low-key sweating while reading them pages. Sasuke, where are we going, fam? However, pretty much the favor that Sasuke asked is, hey, I'm gonna go on a walk, cover for me. Which, how the hell do you do that, dog? It's not like they know any jutsu. In fact, why wouldn't he just create a shadow clone that's in the gate and then leave, unless he doesn't want to risk that, hey, if they find him out, they're gonna see that he knows ninjutsu, even though his ninjutsu cover gets blown by the end of the chapter anyway. But couldn't he just make one shadow clone? Like, is he restricted? He's not restricted. He's using genjutsu. Why not make a shadow clone? That is right there a little fallacy. I ain't gonna lie. Like, create a shadow clone. There you go. However, Sasuke is basically on a mission. He wants to find out what the hell's up with that Menno dinosaur thing. He assumes that basically that guy Zanzel is summoning him. He's a summoned creature or whatnot, and he wants to go test it out. But I ain't gonna lie, dog. Again, I gotta say it. Naruto characters fighting dinosaurs, and somehow it doesn't feel super ridiculous, and it's actually quite epic. Because Sasuke goes on the attack against the dinosaur and quickly gets scared out of his mind, realizing, oh snap, what the hell? My genjutsu ain't working on this dinosaur. What's going on here? He looked it dead in the eye. And even so, Sasuke still went ham and eventually slayed, well, seemingly, that dinosaur or whatever the hell that thing is, because yeah, he like chops off limbs and slices through him and shit like that, like to the point where Sasuke's like, might have overdid it, fam. I forgot I'm the real Sasuke, not the one that gets... Okay, I gotta stop. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta stop dunking on. People really gonna think like he's a Boruto hater. Like, relax, fam. Relax. It's content. Chill. Come on. This is the real Sasuke, though, I'm just saying. And I gotta stress that, again, the action, the way the paneling was done, the art, everything about that encounter between, again, Sasuke and a dinosaur was freaking fantastic. Like, I was genuinely into it, like, holy shit. And if they ever decide to adapt this, whether it be its own anime or the Boruto anime decides, hey, we want that art too, oh my god, this would be absolutely fire. In fact, I'm almost certain that the Boruto anime original stuff where they get sent to that castle or whatever was probably inspired by this, but they were like, hey, let's put the 12-year-olds in prison, because that totally makes so much sense, right? Like, little kids in prison. But yeah, this right here animated would be freaking phenomenal, because it just looks incredible. And if they could replicate that art and animation of what these manga pages was looking like, we and boys. However, after Sasuke arrives back from basically seemingly slaying that dinosaur, he notices, wait, what the heck? The Menos is back up and running like nothing happened. He has his limbs. What's really going on here? So first of all, genjutsu didn't work. Looked it dead in the eye. Didn't happen. Nothing went down. And then on top of that, I just slayed this dude. I went overboard and he's back to normal. Where are we going with this? There's a part of my brain that wants to scream out, it's the cyborgs. It's gotta be the cyborgs. It's always the cyborgs or the Otsutsuki, but different manga. However, Zanzel approaches Sasuke and says, ah, so you are the one that laid hands on my Menos. And Sasuke is there like, dog, you realize what type of god you talking to right now? Genjutsu. Only to realize it's not effective on him either. It's like a freaking rock Pokemon trying to fight against water. It's like, what's going on here? And we get this incredible shot of Zanzel saying, wow, you notice not even my men that I work with every day have yet to discover that I have glass eyes. And again, that panel, man, that's one of, already in 2 chapters, that's probably the best drawn panel, the best art we've got. And yeah, it's top of the freaking line art. And again, a nice little twist of, wait a minute, you have glass eyes, what's going on here? Like, have you been evading fighting against Genjutsu people in general, or you just lost your eyes and it kind of coinkadinkly worked? And also, if that's the case with Zanzel, is that the same thing with Menno? And basically Menno has glass eyes, and why? And does that mean that Menno is not a real dinosaur? Like, a lot of questions. And basically Zanzel warns him that, yo, you've been warned before, now I'm gonna have a closer eye on you, because yeah, you're not gonna take down or take away my Menno, and I don't know what you're after, but you're clearly capable of using ninjutsu. I've got more glass eyes on you, lad. And honestly, overall, yet again, Sasuke's story chapter 2 was just fuego, man. The action, the art, just everything about it. I can't wait. Hopefully next chapter, I'm assuming we're gonna see Sakura, if they already started introducing her slowly with that prisoner that was like, hey, there's a hot new nurse that's single, which again, I'm gonna throw it in here right now. By the end of this arc, or by the end of this manga, Sasuke is gonna give Sakura an engagement ring, because yeah, that's gonna more solidify their union, and also it'll make Sakura wet in her panties and melt into her chair like a high school girl or something, because Sasuke really cares. But again, if you're not reading Sasuke's story, what are you doing? Go read it. Chapter 2 is insane, and I'm looking forward to more. That's all I have for this one. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. Subscribe and hit that bell.